getting ready. I'm not getting ready to go anywhere, but, you know, do my makeup, my everyday makeup, and eating apples and carrots. I mean, apples and caramel. Lordy. But, yeah, I realized I never told you guys my birth story, so let me tell you guys. Okay, so the first appointment, not the first appointment, but, like, the first appointment that we got and noticed that he was, like, really small. My OBGYN, she was like, he's really tiny for his gestational age. He's supposed to be a lot bigger than what he was. And so she was like, we'll see in the next 2 weeks if he grows any bigger. And so next 2 weeks roll by. He's still not growing much. So she sent us to a high-risk doctor and scheduled an appointment whenever they have an opening spot. And so I had to go to a high-risk doctor. And the high-risk doctor, you know, they have to go into depth and see the brain, you know, all that stuff. You know, if you guys been to a high-risk doctor, you guys would know how in-depth they go. And I forgot what they said he was weighing. And it was definitely like, he was like 2-3 weeks behind on growth. So he ended up being an IUGR baby because of my placenta. Had a reverse blood flow. Okay, so yeah, got sent to the high-risk doctor. Still no growth. So then I ended up getting admitted the day of Valentine's Day. Because the doctor was just like, if your baby stays in for another week, your baby might die because he's just not showing any growth. He's really small. He's 2-3 weeks. Well, now he was further than 2-3 weeks behind by the time we made it to that next appointment. And he was like, do not go home and pack anything. Just go straight to the hospital. I will have to call your doctor and let them inform her that you're going to have to get admitted and be monitored for 24/7, possibly a whole week or less than a week, because your baby will have to get pulled out very soon. And there was no possibility of vaginal birth because the fact that he was so little and underweight that it would stress him out so much coming out the birth canal that he might end up, you know, losing his life coming through the tunnel. So there was honestly no choice but to have an emergency C-section. But got admitted. I called my family and let them know that I'm getting admitted to the hospital the day of Valentine's Day. Everybody freaked out, started crying. My aunt and my grandma came that same day. I still was not on speaking terms with my mom at the time. Well, I was like kind of on speaking terms, but not that much on speaking terms, you know, to like call her. I called my grandma and my aunt, and my aunt came up there. My aunt's like the biggest crybaby. She really is. She came up there just bawling. Came in there, gave me a hug, gave Luke a hug. And then my grandma was like, okay, so what's going on? And I'm like, calm down, baby's not coming today. They're just monitoring me 24/7 because he's at risk of his life. And man, I'm telling you, they were coming up there to visit every single day. Luke's parents came down from Joplin, Missouri. Was it Joplin? Are they in Joplin? I don't remember. Just Missouri. I just know they're in Missouri. But they came that Sunday on the 16th. They came on the 16th to come. Well, no, they came the day after, actually. They came on the 15th. Yeah, they came on the 15th because we let them know. And yeah, everybody was so emotional. On the 15th, that night, the day after I got admitted, that very night, Zephiah's heartbeat, oh my gosh, I just messed up. It's okay. Zephiah's heartbeat had dropped. Once it dropped, it went back up. Nurses had to come in there, check, and everything. Woke me up, letting me know baby's heartbeat had dropped. If his heartbeat keeps dropping, we might have to come out. He might come out tonight. His heartbeat didn't drop again that night, so we were fine. Then, 16th rolls by, and his heartbeat dropped again during the day. Luke's parents is in the hospital, like visiting and stuff, talking to us, just spending the day with us and everything. We weren't sure if he was gonna come that day, so they were supposed to leave that Sunday. Sometime around 6 at the latest. His heartbeat dropped again. So then they're like, your baby has to come today. Your baby has to come today. We're gonna contact your doctor and tell her she needs to come. You're gonna have to have an emergency C-section. He's not gonna make it through vaginal. We're gonna need you to get in your gown. Everybody's gonna have to grab your stuff. We're gonna go have this baby. Honestly, I didn't have time to process any of this at all. It was just happening so fast. They came in 5 minutes later. Your doctor's on the way. Your anesthesiologist is ready. We need to get going. I called my family, let my grandma and them know. My grandma and my aunt was literally speeding. They were speeding. My aunt was probably driving like 100 something on the highway to make it to the hospital. She made it quick, like less than 20 minutes, less than 16 minutes, probably less than 12 minutes actually. She was speeding. She said she was speeding too. She was like, I'm not missing this. I'm not missing this. My grandma called my mom, let her know, hey, Aubrey is going into emergency C-section. The baby is coming now. My mom, we weren't speaking terms. She was trying to be big, bad, tough lady, but she's such a softie. My mom's a softie. When it comes to me and her kids, she tries to be tough, but when it comes to anything like this, she's a softie. She was crying, driving on the way to the hospital with my sister in the car, and I didn't get to see her that day because she had to go to work. She just came to the hospital, make sure I was okay. Once she got informed that I was okay, she literally had to get to work. So she dropped my sister back off and she went to work. But she ended up actually coming to see me, I think the next day, and everything. Baby was in the NICU, so she wasn't able to see him because she was not on the list to go in the NICU. Baby boy came out, well, he got evicted. Yeah, he got evicted. Of course, that's what I'm gonna call it whenever his birthday comes and be like, happy eviction day. But yeah, he came out, and y'all, he had some lungs on him, and luckily his lungs were developed because they had to give me like some lung steroid shots in my butt. They had to give me 2 of them, so it honestly did hurt. It hurt getting them shots in my booty, but it was worth it because, you know, his lungs came out fully developed. He had some lungs on him when he came out, and he was so tiny, y'all. Like, I can't show it on here because then video would not be, TikTok wouldn't allow it. But he came out 2 pounds 9 ounces, and he was just so little, y'all. He was the cutest, littlest thing. Like, you literally could just hold him in the palm of your hand because he was so tiny. My doctor, she was like, this is the tiniest baby I've ever delivered, and he's born on the day of my brother's birthday. And she was like, do you mind if I like show my brother a picture of your baby? And I was like, no problem. I mean, you know, I literally, when they knocked me up with that, when they put the needle on my back, y'all, I could feel it on my nerve. It hurt. It hurt. Well, I finished my highlighter, my blush, and my lips off camera, but my baby, he was, 2 pounds 9 ounces. I don't know if I said that already, but also my placenta was only 4 inches long, and it was really, really tiny. So yeah, terrible placenta. But this is the end of my birth vlog story, so I love you guys. Deuces.